Mr. Jack Scotty. Everybody give your undivided attention to Jack Scotty.
One more time for Reese, guys. Give it up for Reese. All right, I was not ready. Let's see. Let's see. I'm seeing a girl right now. It's going okay, right? But something did happen, and you guys can tell me if it's bad or not. So I was staying over at her house, right? And I was cold. I was like, hey, do you have like a blanket or something I could use? And she was like, oh yeah, I could just get you my ex-boyfriend sweatshirt. And I was like, I'll just be cold, I think. But then she went and got the sweatshirt anyway, and it was like this giant sweatshirt, right? Like it was such a big sweatshirt. When I put it on, it looked like I was wearing my ex-boyfriend sweatshirt. Which, you know, really got in my head the whole night. I was like, oh man, anything she gives me is gonna belong to this like giant guy, you know? Like this guy's way bigger than me in every way. I just couldn't stop thinking about it really in my head. Later that night, things were going well, we started making out, and after a little while she goes, I'm gonna go get a condom. And I was like, please don't do this to me. I can't take it. She's always comparing me to her ex. She's doing it in very subtle ways, but you can tell who it's about. Like one time we went to this museum, we were walking around. It was like a museum of like art and like Greek and Roman and Renaissance statues. And we're looking at these statues, and after a little while she goes, oh wow, did you notice all these statues have really small penises? And I was like, oh wow, you know, I noticed all these statues have really regular sized penises. And also, I think these statues seem like really good guys. You shouldn't judge them on that one thing. These statues have a lot to offer. No, we broke up. It was a brutal break. Okay, it was a bad breakup. I'll say this, bad breakup. I did tell her I was gonna kill myself. Didn't mean it, you know. Was just trying to, you know, save the relationship. Just trying to be a good guy, really. The thing about when you do that, when you say you're going to kill yourself in a relationship, there's no coming back from that, right? There's no, once you do that, it's over. The dynamics change. You can't be like, you know, hey, I'm going to kill myself, and then she goes, okay, I won't break up with you. And you go, so you want to watch a movie, or what do you want? You're like, nah, I get to pick the movie. Actually, if I don't, and it is a very, no, I'm not gonna keep talking about that. Wild stuff. The thing, okay, there it is. What else can I tell you about the relationship? Not the worst breakup of my life. Worst breakup of my life happened at a haunted house, right? Which, you know, didn't know it was gonna happen. When I bought the tickets, didn't know it was happening while it was happening, right? I just thought she was trying to add to the haunted house. Right? Like we were going through and she's like, hey, you know, I think we should see other people. I was like, yeah, it is pretty dark in here. I think they might jump out or something. I'll admit this to you guys and then I'll get out of here. I did cry in the haunted house after being broken up with. I cried really hard, actually. I cried so hard that other people thought I was part of the haunted house. People were coming out, like, do you see that spooky gay guy? All right, guys, this is all right.
Make some noise for Jack Scott. Jack's there, right there. Yeah, you gotta get your prize. Your initial prize. Jack, let me just give you a word of advice. Don't bring your girl to any African museums, please. Okay. All right. And that's Jack's first prize, everybody. A little hat for him. Thank you very much, Jack Scotty. And one more thing I forgot to mention. We're going to give you the light over here at 30 seconds. 30 seconds, you're going to get the light. So that's how much time you have left. Now, for our next comedian coming to the stage, could everybody please make it extremely loud for Mr. Evan, our sound guy. Are you ready? Or you want to go later? You want to go later? You can go later, Evan, if you want. Why don't you get over there? Get over there! This is Evan's second time doing stand-up comedy, so everybody be extremely nice. but not too nice, because we're judging them, so. All right, here we go, everybody. Evan!
You know, sometimes some crimes go slipping through the cracks, but these two rescues are picking up the slack. There's no case too big, no case too small. If you need help, just call. No one's got it, huh? Okay, well, that was my age demographic check. It's Chippendale Rescue Rangers, people. You guys don't know that one? All right, well, the reason I bring that up is I used to get so mad at my mother when I would hear her talking to her friends about them going to Chippendales. I was like, Mom, I want to go to Chippendales with you. She's like, no, you can't come. Well, why not? Because it's only for adults. What do you mean it's only for adults? It's a cartoon. You don't even watch the cartoon. And her friends would just laugh at me and I would have no idea what the hell is going on. You know, we go to Disneyland, you had the big people in those costumes. I go up to Chippendale, I'm like, how come my mom gets to come to your house and I don't? They just, thank God they couldn't talk, because who knows what the hell they would say. You know? But, you know, my mom was special, yes, she was. I mean, she's still around, but I had a lot of uncles growing up, you know what I mean? A lot of uncles. But the hard part about finding out about Chippendales, I was probably, you know, like 8 or 9, I started watching some of those, like, 80s raunchy comedies. There was one with Tom Hanks, it was called Bachelor Party. And the girls go to Chippendales, and I was like, well, wait a second, I'm watching this, and like, the dancers are literally putting their junk in hot dog buns and like handing it to the women. I'm like, holy shit, that's what Chippendales is? I was like, oh my God. I was like, wait a second, those guys weren't really my uncles. Oh my God, I tell you, it was rough. But anyways, you know, one thing that pisses me off more than anything else is stupid fucking people. I swear to God. So I walk around, drive around angry all fucking day, all right? I am the angry Angelino, because there are stupid people everywhere. And when I say Angelino, I mean Angelino. On my father's side, we are indigenous. We go back thousands of years right here in Los Angeles. The Oscars recently opened up past few times saying this is Tongva land. I'm like, well, I'd like to thank the Academy for recognizing that. Is it cool if I come use your pool, Brad Pitt? Do you mind? But yeah, stupid people everywhere. Just the other day, I was at the mall, and okay, I'll close up here. I was at the mall, coming up the escalator, a family of 4. The top of the escalator just decides to stop and start going through bags and bags of shit that they've been shopping for. I'm just like, what the fuck? First off, how did you get through life to a point where you go on this big-ass shopping spree, and not one of you has the common sense to realize you don't just stop walking at the top of the fucking escalator? Like, what the fuck? These people are breeding out there, folks, okay? So watch out. All right, thanks a lot. That's my second time in
Mr. Evans, second time out, man. Don't stand for 1 second. We got you a prize that we're going to give you, Mr. Evans. For us post 9/11 babies, is Chippendales like a male strip club? Is that? Is that
Yes, it is. Yes,
oh, wow. That sounds like a fun cartoon.
Wow, your mom could pull that one off on you today.
Okay, what do we got for Evan here?
We got some selected readings about love for you.
Wow! Oh, yeah! Let's make him a better driver, everybody. Okay, welcome. Very funny, Mr. Evan. We appreciate it. Who's going to be coming up next? We don't know. The world doesn't know. We know right now. It is Shannon Bacchus. Welcome to the stage. Everybody make a loud for Shannon Bacchus. Woo! In some circles known as Shannon Dionysus.
Thank you so much. You know what? That's always my point of reference to tell if someone's cool or not. If they know who Bacchus is, let's fucking go. I'm a tall woman, you guys. Any tall ladies in the house? Yeah. Yeah? How tall?
5'10".
5'10". Nice, respectable, very good. So we're better than everyone. Good. As a tall woman, I've noticed a pattern, and that is that short men will not stop coming up to me just to tell me I'm tall. I'm like, I know I can see your bald spot. It happens all the time. I'm like, you want to flirt? You want to buy me a drink? They're like, no man, you're just big. Have a good day. There's usually 2 scenarios when short men like to approach me. The first one is they'll spot me from across the room, right? See how tall I am, get a look at my long legs, right? Oh. Check out my wingspan. Wow! My vertical jump, just my basketball stats, right? And they're like, oh, if I make a baby with her, my kids could be average. Yes! Yes! That's what we're aiming for, baby. Middle of the road. The second type of short man that likes to approach me, our interactions usually end up looking something like this. You know, he'll approach me and pull on my pant leg. I'll be like, excuse me, miss, I saw you and I just had to come over and say that I lost my friends. Can you see them? I'm scared, the room's really filling up in here, I'm getting kind of nervous. He's like, okay, no, don't worry, it's gonna be okay, take my hand. You want any fruit snacks, right? Ladies always keep snacks on hand for the men, right? If they get hungry, they rape you. So. Top tip. Can you imagine like all those serial killers were just a little hangry? Like Ted Bundy just skipped lunch that day. Like some girls carry pepper spray around with them. I carry granola bars. Some girls are packing heat. I'm packing Lunchables. You guys do drugs? Don't answer that, we know. I had a roommate who loved ayahuasca. Yeah, okay, so some of us know. For those of you who don't know, ayahuasca is a psychedelic tea that you drink during an overnight ceremony, and a shaman leads you in some meditation, and then you barf and shit your brains out, and then you get to talk to God. I don't know. I don't know the rules, but that's apparently how it works. For most people, that's like a once-in-a-lifetime thing they like to do. Like, for once, I just want to do ayahuasca once. My roommate, when he was 27 years old, had done ayahuasca 30 times. 30 times. I'm like, you can graduate, my guy. Like, you're done. And he's like, you gotta try it, Shannon. It's like doing 10 years of therapy in one night. And I'm like, okay. Why do you need 300 years of therapy? What is going on? Thank you guys. I'm Shannon Bogdan.
Shannon, I gotta ask the question I think that everyone here is wondering, and that is, what is the shortest height of a guy that you've ever hooked up with?
Shortest? Why? How tall are you, my man?
Depending on your answer, maybe tall enough.
Everyone's the same height when they're wearing platform heels.
Yeah, but we're just kind of curious. What's the shortest?
You're looking for receipts right now? We'll talk after the show.
Are both your guys' partners here? Like,
And what does Shannon get for her special prize?
In case the short king still drinks her, we got a clam beef for the day after.
What do you mean? What the fuck? Wait a second. Jack Scotty gets a hat and she gets Plan B? What the fuck? All right, everybody. That was very funny. Shannon Bogdan. Let's make some noise for her, huh? All right. And keep it going, please, for our next very funny comedian, Mr. Sam Pirro! Get on up here, Sam Pirro. All right, guys, everybody, undivided attention, please, for Mr. Sam Pirro.
Thank you very much. Good to be here. Thank you very much. Good to be here. It is. I do mean that. It is good to be here. Y'all ever try to kill yourselves before? You ever try to kill yourself by taking 20 antidepressants at the same time, but you just find out that's the dose that works for you? Anyway, I'm dating. It's I don't know if y'all can agree with me, but dating, dude, it is so hard as a creep. It's fucking so difficult. It's even harder in LA too, because I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but like this happens all the time. You know when you see a girl that's cute from afar, you know, she's cute from afar, but then you get up close to her and she's actually a homeless man? Wearing Daisy Dukes. Shit, hard to hear in my room. It's not hard out here in the streets. Let's talk about dick pills for a second, all right? I'm on them right now. Don't look. You know, apparently we get all of our dick pills from China, which is crazy. Shouldn't we be getting our dick pills from Africa? They seem to know what they're doing. I don't drink either. I'm sober, completely sober. Now, don't get me wrong. I fucking love drinking. Drinking was so much fun. You know what I miss most about drinking? Cocaine. That's what I miss. You know what I miss most about cocaine? Sluts. Hell yeah, only the men laughed on that. You know, there's a lot of things in the world you can't say anymore. You know, society changes, things get sensitive. This happened to me recently, right? My neighbor, his apartment was being broken into by a guy with a knife, right? And I had to call 911. I was like, hey, 911, I think there's a guy with a knife breaking into my neighbor's apartment. And they were like, all right, first of all, thank you for calling us. We're gonna need some information first. What is the color of his skin? And I was like, Latino? And they were like, good. Now, we're gonna need to know, is he light skinned or dark skinned? And I was like, you know what? It's really not that big of a deal. I'll take care of it myself. Look. It's rough out here. In these streets, you know what I mean? I don't know if I'd be a good dad. I don't fucking know. All these homeless people out here. I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but it seems like every single time you see a homeless person, they do the wildest shit. It's like they're just waiting for you to make eye contact. The second you make eye contact with a homeless person, they just do crazy shit. They're just waiting. They're like, all right, and now whip it out. And now call a child the N-word. I think I'd be a bad dad. That's 3. All right, that's it. Thank you very much.
Mr. Sam Pira, how hilarious is that? Hey, stay up there for a second. You gotta get your prize, Mr. Sam Pira. Okay, and I wish I had something witty to say. I did, but now I forgot. So I don't have anything witty to say. But anyway, your prize is...
First, we're kind of talking about homeless guys being hot, you know, up close, and then them whipping their dicks out. Like, have you fucked a homeless guy, or what's going on here? Is that what you're trying to tell?
I don't rape and tell.
All right, hell yeah.
Well, Sam, to keep your identity a little more anonymous so you don't get caught raping and telling, we want to give you this. Woo! Yeah! Show it everyone.
Weird, I really don't need this.
Yeah, it's actually a higher value than the first prize, so enjoy that. All right, Sam Pira, everybody. It looks like we walked the whole table with that one. That's fun. All right, everybody. We're going to get ready for our next beautiful stand-up comedian, the very funny, coming to the stage, Mr. Suhail Mufareh. Make it loud, make it loud, make it proud.
More time for your old white hosting crowd. City of 17 million, all I can find is really pasty white guys. It's like hard almost in this city. Although ice is out, so that helps. Oh, how you guys doing tonight? Woo! Yeah! Good. On the topic of white folks, you have me thinking, I don't know if this is just me, but why don't y'all's grandparents ever die? It's always white people who have like, they come up to me like, Gam Gam. I'm like, Gam Gam? No, she's 98 this year. I'm like, my grandpa died in the Civil War. So insane to me. It's like a weird stereotype that constantly is true. Yeah. I have a white roommate. Yeah. Shout out white roommates. He's pretty sick. Good credit score or whatever he has. I don't know. He's cool. We're good friends. We were talking recently about like, I don't know how we got on the topic. We were talking about Christmas and like Christmas traditions that we do as families. And he brought up how like his dad on Christmas Eve, my friend would get so excited about Christmas, his dad would climb on the roof of their home on Christmas Eve and would stomp on the roof to sound like Santa. Guys, If I asked my father, my Arab father, who's lived through a civil war as well, if Santa was coming to our non-existent home, down our non-existent chimney, he'd look me in my dead, beady eyes and say, "So hey, Santa's not real. You're 5 years old, you need to grow up now. There's no fat white man in the sky bringing you presents. It is me. I am buying the presents." There's no Arab father giving credit to a white man for the hard work he did. Especially if it involves that white man breaking into your home and then like giving the gifts, you know, forcefully. But I am Arab. I lived in the Middle East for a while. And I came here for college. It was cool, you know, growing up in the Middle East. I dated a bunch, but there weren't many like white women, I guess, in Beirut, Lebanon, where I'm from, or Dubai, you know, where I was living as well. But when I came to the U.S., there was a lot of white women. You know, it was fun. But no one really told me that there are like types of white women. There's like Eastern European white women, and you know, their priorities is like, are you a family man? Can you provide? You know, are you manly, right? And whereas Western European white women, and their priorities are like, are you in touch with your emotions? Do you read a lot? Maybe play a violin or here or there, you know, a piano. And then there's North American white women, and they just want to put things in your ass. There's no like nuance to them. It's just constantly like, can I put something in your ass? You know? And then when you say no, they're like really mad about it. They're like, why not? And I'm like, because I don't want anything in there. You know? It's pretty insane. I started dating a bunch out here, and all of them were like, so when can I peg you? And I'm like, what? Never. They're like, cool, so you're a homophobe. This is crazy gaslighting from white women. Y'all really went from colonizing like brown folks to my colon. It's just on beat with y'all. Cool. Thank you guys. Have a good night.
Alright, thank you guys. Stay up there for a second, Jim. Do you know why there's no Arab Santa?
He would never be that generous.
I think he accidentally flew his sleigh into a tower.
That would probably collapse it more often than those planes.
Yeah. The magic of the 9/11 planes. Okay. Everybody makes a noise for Sue Hill. What's your surprise, Walt?
Alright, so Hill, if you ever want to know what it feels to be a white man, we gave you this.
Yeah, someone shoot up school today.
Alright, everybody. That was Sue Hill moving around. Very funny. You know, it's crazy. We only got a couple comics left. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? Come on. Okay, our next comic, coming to the stage, Mr. Nick Tannenbaum. Let's get him up here. Tall guy alert, Mr. Nick Tannenbaum. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I really wanted that Scream mask. I've been trying to start an OnlyFans. When I was a young kid, I was recently, I went to a bar mitzvah, and at the bar mitzvah there was a special guest, and it was the Harlem Globetrotters. So I immediately became obsessed with the Harlem Globetrotters. Let me ask you this, do you think the Harlem Globetrotters live in Harlem? Because they don't. You can't tell me you've trotted the world, you've seen the Eiffel Tower, and really are you thinking, oh man, I really wish I was back in Harlem, you know, listening to my upstairs neighbors argue through another episode of SVU. I don't believe it. But I did my research, and it turns out the Harlem Globetrotters weren't even started in Harlem. They were started in Chicago in 1926, which is crazy because that was a long time ago. But even for that time, there must have been a couple people who were like, I mean, Harlem, it's 1926, good lord. I mean, you know, it's not 1826. It was very on the nose. You know? And it turns out it wasn't on the nose because the Harlem Globetrotters were named by their manager, Abe Saperstein. So they're like sitting around and they're like, oh, okay, we have our team. What are we gonna call them? The Chicago. And then Abe barges in. He's like, no, it's way better if we take it from Harlem. Destroy the damage. No, and that's a 1920 Chicago accent. That's historically accurate. I told you, I do my research. But then the Globetrotters sit out on their little third floor of the Globe. No, false. Again, it was just Illinois. They just went to like Chicago, fucking somewhere else, Springfield. But I do want to say, I feel like the Springfield part of it did help them when they finally made their way to China, because they get off the plane and they sit down in Beijing and they go, oh, I didn't realize Marge and Simpson, wait, Marge and Homer were Chinese. Okay. Stupid. That was really bad. I'm sorry. What else, guys? I don't know. I just mostly just eat a lot of dried mangoes at the moment. Any other mangaloids? All right. Yeah. What else, dude? I'm gonna do an impression. Since it's a competition, I'm gonna bring up the big guns, do a quick impression for you guys. This is a racist incel, right? Impression of a racist incel. All right, ready? Okay, racist incel. Hey guys, I'm just eating a lot of dried mangoes. All right, yeah, that's it.
Let's just hope there's no 1920 Chicagoans in here tonight. Let me just say that.
He's on stage.
Yeah, okay, good. If in case anyone wasn't clear, his name is Cannonball. It's okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, anyone else got, what gift do we have?
I heard you mention beige.
Thank you.
What is that? What exactly is that?
I actually don't read. I'm just trying to
Is that the Quran?
Is this the Quran? Thank you.
Okay, keep it going for Nick. Now, before we bring up our last comic, does anybody think that they're funnier than the last few people that went up and wants to sign up? Nobody? Jack, you can't go again, I'm sorry. All right, in that case, we're going to bring up our final comedian of the first portion of the competition, Mr. Lenny McKenzie! Make some noise.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you all for being here. First order of business, are there any pro wrestling, WWE fans in the house? Happy Pride Month. You know I'm right. Everyone, it's Pride Month this month. I don't know if you have the TikTok or not, but there's a bunch of guys on TikTok who are saying June isn't Gay Pride Month, it's Men's Mental Health Month. This isn't about gay people, this is about men's mental health. And I'm like, bruh, if you care that much about men's mental health, you're gay. They don't have mental health problems, jerk off and lift weights. That's what soldiers do. You see soldiers having mental health problems? Speaking of gay guys, LAPD's been fucking crazy recently, haven't they? You guys seen those fucking protests? Shit's crazy. Big ass protests, a lot of white people, a lot of big white people. It's a beautiful thing. It's great to see people coming together. It's a beautiful thing to see people take a stand against injustice and our tax dollars being used to displace people and separate families. Please give a nice but short round of applause for those people.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing. I will say a lot of those same people did not go to the Palestine protests. Think that's remarkable. Those protests were significantly smaller, even though there are also families being breaked up. I can't help but think that if Palestinians were making burritos on the sidewalk, more of us would have given a fuck, you know what I mean? That's my honest opinion. These people are like, oh, they're relocating Mexicans to El Salvador. I'm like, they're relocating Palestinians to heaven. Like, you're not more concerned about that. At least they'll be with their families because they get the kids too, but. Too dark. That's some homophobia. No, this is a crazy time though. Like, my friend needed some rolling papers recently. She had forgot her papers, and we were outside the Comedy Store where I perform all the time as a paid regular. And I saw a friend of mine walking by. I'm like, there's comedians around here. Someone has to have fucking rolling papers. See my friend Dimitri, Mexican-American comedian. I rolled down our window and I go, hey, you got papers? And he was like, huh? And I was like, rolling papers. Then I turned to her, I'm like, I realized I just yelled at a Mexican man, do you have papers? You probably thought that. That's one time, everybody. Thank you. Happy Pride, I love you being born. Thank you.
Happy Pride from Lenny McKenzie. Fuck yeah. Get next to go. Make some noise for all the comments you saw here tonight so far. Thank you very much. Wallace, what kind of prize do we got for Mr. Lenny?
Alright, let's get this right.
Do we got any, do we got some, I don't know. What do gay guys like?
You would know.
What do we got?
Popper.
Don't throw that.
Yeah.
Don't throw that. What is this, Lenny? What are we handing you
Best
here?
prize for us was this Axe body spray.
It looks like it. I don't think it is though.
Denim
Don't-
Dio spray.
You're not supposed to huff that, by the way. Don't do that.
What, deodorant? Is this all this is?
I think it makes your jeans straight or something. I'm not sure. Everybody give it up for all the guys and for all the pride we found on the street before we got here. Thank you. All right, we're just going to take like 2 or 3 minutes to tally up the scores. Feel free to grab another beer, go to the bathroom, all that. We'll be right back with you in a few minutes. All right, thank you. All right, everybody. Are you guys ready for the final round? Come on. Oh, yeah. We got the 3 highest scores here. And let me tell you, these scores were close. They were real close. We had some amazing comedians tonight. But I'm going to draw the 3 finalists who are going to do, just so they can get prepared, 1 minute each of stand-up comedy. We're not going to really light you. You know what a minute is. Don't go crazy and do 20 minutes. Okay. Our first comedian coming up for the final 1 minute is going to be Mr. Jack Scotty. Again, it's random. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. Our second comedian coming up after Jack is going to be Sam Piero. And our final comedian coming to the stage, Mr. Lenny McKenzie. Okay, everybody. Are we ready to get the final round started? Are we ready? Yeah! Wow, who's ready? Yeah. That doesn't sound very ready. That sounds like a funeral. Come on. All right. Everybody keep that energy up. Get some more energy up for Mr. Jack Scotty.
All right, I'm gonna put the hat on so Sam has to wear the screen mask. Okay, let's see. One more time for all the comics you saw, guys. Let's see. Sue Hill was talking about Santa Claus. I think it's crazy that we take kids to sit on Santa's lap at the mall, because at the end of the day, that is just a guy with his own opinions and his own life, and he does bring all that with him to the chair of Santa. And I say this because when I was a kid, my parents, they took me to see Santa only one time. And, you know, they took me to see Santa, and I was like 5 or 6 years old. They sit me on Santa's lap, and he did what Santa does, you know. He was like, "What would you like for Christmas, young man?" And I told him this was true. I was like, "I want a pink Care Bear." And then Santa turned to me, and he goes, "Well, you know, gay marriage is a sin." And I was like, "Oh, you're not the real Santa. You're the real Tim Allen." That's a minute. That's all I got.
Yeah, make some noise, everybody. respectfully, I disagree. That is the real Santa. But that was amazing. Jack Scotty, everybody. Does anybody?
All right, so what did you ask for instead then, after he rejected you?
Green Care Bear.
He's like, hell yeah, that's
Yellow Care Bear.
Hell yeah, brother. Okay, then. You got anything?
Let's get to that.
Let's Jack Scotty, everybody. Good for Jack Scotty, everybody. Forgive our sort of awkward commentary over here. Okay, coming to the stage next, our second finalist, Mr. Sam the Scream Hero!
So I had a bad dad growing up, very bad dad.
Oh my God.
Yeah. My dad, this is how bad of a dad my dad was, right? I came out to my dad as gay. And I'm actually not gay. I just didn't want to see him anymore. And it works. It works so much better than I ever thought it would. He killed himself, yeah. I'm dating right now. I was hooking up with this girl recently. Don't worry, all right? She was alive. So I was just about to hook up with her. I just met this girl, by the way. I pulled out a condom, and she was like, "Oh, you don't have to use that." I was like, "Ooh, okay. Well, in that case, I'll put on 2." All right, that's it. Thanks.
All right, thank you, Mr. Sam here. Stand there for 1 second, Mr. Sam. And I want you to wear that mask as long as possible. Were you wearing that when you came out to your dad? It'd be hard to fit a dick in there, to be honest.
No, not that tough, no.
Dude, you look like you dressed tonight knowing that you're gonna have to wear a skin mask. Like you're leaving the house, you're like, yeah, this is gonna have to be on my face later, so. Dude, what's that planned, or?
You can sit on my face.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Just so the audience knows, did your father actually kill himself?
Oh my God!
What do you think? No.
Play along, yes, Sam.
We're happy your dad's alive and well. Give it up for Sam here.
Yeah, happy if you're happy. Unironically, the comedy that the Scream guy would actually do, probably. Okay, guys. Make it loud. Your final contestant, the very funny, Mr. Lenny McKenzie. Make it loud.
I'm sorry, I'm wearing this one because my private fucking secret. My name is Lenny McKenzie. I graduated high school a few years ago. Thank you. I had a lot of fun in high school. Mostly because I look like a school shooter. Give off those vibes when I'm not dressed like this. And when the principal thinks you're a school shooter, you own the fucking school, you know what I mean? I got to do whatever I wanted to do. You'd be like, you're late today, and I was like, am I? Would you rather have one kid not be here or all them? I got called a school shooter a lot in school. I'd be like, why do you, like, I had teachers calling me a school shooter. Yeah, minimum wage employees are mean. I'd be like, why do you think I'm a school shooter? They'd be like, come on, you're poor, you're lonely, you're miserable, nobody likes or respects you. I was like, God damn. Like, those don't sound like the symptoms of a school shooter. They sound like the symptoms of a school teacher. That's crazy. That's about me.
That's about me.
I hope you guys can hear me okay.
Make some noise for Lenny McKenzie. I've heard that joke before, but never with the mask on. It actually makes a lot more sense with the clown mask. What kind of school does a clown like you go to, Lindsay?
Clown school.
A clown school shooter. What do you know about that?
Lenny, did you look at that mask before you put it on, dude? Are you aware of how disturbing that shit is? The other masks were like kind of fun and stuff. This one I was like, I can't even look at this one, especially with those jokes. It was like, dude, holy shit. But great set, you're hilarious.
Yeah.
Dude, I have to say that mask would make you a legendary school shooter.
I might be tonight if I don't win this show.
All right, let me figure on that somber note, on that horrendous note. All right, everybody make some noise for all the cards, all the finals you saw tonight. We're gonna do a quick tally. You want to put your final thing in there?
Yeah.
Okay. We have a winner. We're doing a final calculation. Am I correct, Nelson? Austin Nelson, that we have a winner on us? Look at this. Look how fancy this is. This is just how we do prizes. Some people do like a giant check. I have a duct tape wallet with a bill. Okay. Am I good, Austin? Is that good? Okay. Can everybody make like the most amount of noise for tonight's See You There Comedy Competition $100 grand prize winner, Mr. Sam Pirro! Yeah, he can gas up his moped with this. You want to say anything?
Kill yourself.
Okay, thank you everybody for being here tonight and watching and participating and enjoying and laughing and clapping. We're going to be here every month so far as the manager doesn't kick us out for 9/11 jokes. And we're going to be here on Instagram. Follow us on See You There Comedy on Instagram. You'll always know what's going on. And this thing's never going away. Long live